Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. Welcome to another 2023 Project Orchids video. We're now into set 3, where we do the third video for each of the 8 chosen orchids. So we're on to orchid number 1, Dendrobium lindleyi, and I'm going to have to admit to a little bit of a failure in the process. In my need to crack on and sort out some of my mounted orchids that are failing in some cases or just not doing very well, I took 4 orchids off of their mounts and put them in pots, one of which was Dendrobium lindleyi, because I forgot it was a project orchid. Now that should have been done as this video, vid number 3. You know, that would have made a good sequence, if you see what I mean. Unfortunately that point has passed. So what I'm going to do is, now for vid 2, obviously the info card comes up now, which would have had vid 1 in it. So the idea for the third series set of videos is that vid 2 would come up in the info card. The playlist will come up at the end with all of the videos in, because obviously the number's increasing now. But what I'm going to do, instead of linking to vid 2, which is in the playlist, I'm going to link to that video where lindleyi was taken off the mount and put in a pot. Yeah? So that will be the info card coming up now, but basically the idea is you can skip to the part about lindleyi and forget the other 3 orchids as part of this. So info card coming up now. I always point at the wrong corner, which is weird because it should be coming up in the right hand corner, but let's point at both corners then, I'll get it one way or the other. Right, so let's get on and have a look at it as it is now. Okay, Dendrobium lindleyi. Now mine is not a good example, and mine is not doing what a lindleyi should be doing at this time of year. So first of all I'm going to go over where this plant ought to be if it's growing well. So it should have already bloomed, yeah, it should have already done that. Blooms late spring, early summer. Some may still be in bloom, some may have finished quite a while ago. But either way, you know, coming into early summer, we're heading for midsummer on mine, we should have new growths pushing on, and I've got none. So in the normal world, these plants should now be in active growth and should be kept moist and fed on a regular basis to make sure you get nice swollen canes with good sized leaves. And if you're really lucky, you might even get a cane with 2 leaves. Now this has been stripped off its mount, in my case. The roots were not very good, and it's been put in a pot with some moss near the surface to keep it moist. The idea being, hopefully with the extra moisture, it will come back into growth. It could also be the end of the plant. That could be an alternative. But at the moment it's doing nothing. Now bearing in mind it hasn't been long put in this setup. So I'm waiting for a response, and that's all I can do at the moment, is just wait for a response. I can't help it in any way really. It doesn't need bright light this time of year. Growing season, you just need medium to good light. You don't need the sort of bright light you need for its winter rest. You can forget that for the growing season. Yeah? Whatever type of forest these are found in, whether they're fully deciduous or semi-deciduous or tropical forests, during the growing season they would have leaf cover above them, so they don't grow in bright light. So there we go. You know, if yours is in active growth, keep it moist, feed and water well, as I always say, and you know, get those canes as large as you can for the growing season. And that's all you can do. All I can do is patiently wait to see if it comes back into growth. And if it comes back into growth, I will have to adjust my seasonal care for my plant, not for everybody else's, because I will have to try and keep it growing as long as possible and stop it from resting until those growths have finished and got up to a reasonable size. So that's what I'll have to do later in the year if I get any new growths at all. So far, not a sign. So there we go. That's plant number 1, Dendrobium lindleyi, and in my case, stationary, stalled, not doing anything at all. All we can hope for is new growths with some new roots in the not too distant future. Okay, so a little bit different from the normal pattern of the orchids, the 2023 Project Orchids, but as I said, I needed to get on with these mounts, and that just got done out of sequence basically. So there we go, that's orchid number 1. We're back to every Friday now, continuously till we've done all 8. So orchid number 2 will be next Friday, etc, etc, until we've done sequence 3. So thanks for dropping by. I hope you're enjoying this series. The Project Orchid videos certainly don't get the views that some of the others do, but nonetheless those that watch them seem to enjoy them, so I'm quite happy to finish the season as planned. And if you're not subscribed, it would be nice if you did so, and also don't forget the thumbs up, it all helps the channel. We have managed to click over to 14,000 now. It's not a major milestone, but it's a tick in the box, isn't it? See you next time. Thanks for dropping by.